good morning. We are here with you for days 5 through 8 of our Open Court Language and Reading curriculum. So this would be Monday through Thursday of week 2. So we're going to start off today with day 1, which is also called day 5, which is Monday, but it's week 2 of our Flex curriculum. So we're going to do our letter K sound card. So take a look and a listen.
Camera. Carlos has a new camera. When he takes pictures, his camera makes a clicking sound like this.
All right, so we can hear that letter K makes the hard sound, which says k, k, k. The same sound that C makes, the hard sound of C. Okay, our next letter for today for our sound spelling card is letter L. Take a look and a listen to letter L.
Lion. Look, it's Manoma Lion. Leon loves to lap water from lakes, and this is the lapping sound he makes. Let's join Leo.
All right, you could hear that letter L says O. Make sure that when you make the L sound O, you're not saying la, it's O. Our third letter sound is for letter M. Take a look and a listen to letter M.
Monkey. For Muzzy the monkey, bananas are yummy. She munches so many, they fill up her tummy. When she eats, she says,
And for letter M, make sure you're saying not ma, it's Those are our 3 sound spelling cards for our first day of the week, K, L, and M. You can go back and listen to those sound spelling cards a little bit more on your own in your student portal. We also have for you in your workbook letters K, L, and M, the uppercase and lowercase versions. So what you're going to do at home, you will start by tracing each of those letters by pulling down from the uppercase or from the headline all the way down to the baseline. And then you're going to slant into the midline, slant out to the baseline for uppercase K. And then what I want you to do is go over here and do a whole row on your own. Make sure you leave a 1-finger space between each of your uppercase Ks. For lowercase k, we also start at the headline. We pull straight down to the baseline. We pick up our pencil, we go to the midline, we slant in and slant out. And then the same thing, what I would like for you to do is make a whole row on your own, leaving a 1-finger space between each of your lowercase k's. For uppercase L, we again start at the headline, pull straight down to the baseline, move across the baseline, and there's your uppercase L. Make a whole line on your own. For lowercase l, it's very simple. It's just 1 stick down from the headline to the baseline. For uppercase M, you start again with the same pull down line, starting with the headline straight down to the baseline. Then you're going to make a slant down, slant up, and then you're going to pull that line straight down. And then for lowercase m, it's the only one where we start at the midline. So start at the midline, pull straight down. This is tricky. This is when you're going to pick up your pencil. Don't leave it on your paper. You're going to go back just under where you started, curve up, pull down, pick up your pencil again, start just under where you started again, curve up and pull down. Again, for each of these letters that you did a trace, I want you to make a whole row but leave a 1-finger space between each of your letters. Make sure that when you do this, you're seated in a writing position. That means your bottom is to the back of your chair, your legs are under your desk, you have your holding hand on your paper, and your pencil is in your writing hand. Okay? Great job on that. We'll go back over here. This time we're gonna look at our decodable book, number 2, titled Up. Let's take a look at that real quick. Okay? So we see Up, this is the title of Up. It starts with an uppercase letter because it's a title, and it's the short sound of U, so it's Up, Up. All of our decodable books have lots of words in them that we're studying this week, or sounds that we're studying as well. So you're gonna get to take a look at this. You can go through it in your student portal. You can either choose to read it on your own or listen to it being read to you. Depending on the type of reader that you are, you can choose one of those, or you can do both of those each time that you do it. Okay, over here we have one of our first E-activities. You can click this E-activity. The instructions are over here for how to do it. You can hear it starting right now. But it's going to go through these instructions over here. It will help you blend these sounds together to form a word. This is a really fun game to do on your own at home. It will help you blend sounds together to make words so that you can hear each of the 3 sounds in the word bed, for example, so that you can hear those and eventually write them on your own. So this would be a great thing to do at home. Also over here we have a rhyme stew, new pet. Okay, so we could take a look and a listen to this.
New Pet by Rose Young. Illustrated by Dave Kerwin. He drools and whines and chews my toys. He bites and pulls and just annoys. He hides my shoes and steals my socks. He spills my crayons and wrecks my blocks. He eats his food, then begs for more. He makes a mess all over the floor. He isn't a new puppy, not a pet for me to name. He's my baby brother, and I love him just the same.
If you want to, you can go back and listen to this poem a few times on your own. What I want you to notice is the rhyme in that poem. So we heard toys, a noise, toys, a noise. We hear that same ending sound. That is a rhyme. In this stanza, we heard socks, blocks, socks, blocks. Again, we have a set of rhyming words there because they have the same ending sound. Over here we have more, floor, more, floor. Those 2 words are again a set of rhymes because they have the same ending sound. And then we have name, same, name, same. Again, another set of rhyming words because they have the same ending sound. I would like for you to make 2 more sets of rhyming words. So come up with 2 words that rhyme and then 2 more words that rhyme. What can they be? Make your list. Okay, and finally we have this really fun game for you to try at home. This is it's called Super Dance Craze. You'll have a really good time with it. You might see this more in later lessons, and it changes week by week. So it'll advance as the student learns more things, and it will change with the lessons as well. Okay? All right. And then this is what we were just doing on the previous page, and here is also another E-game called Goat Quest. And again, it will also change as your student is learning more things, it will change. So you might see Goat Quest on another lesson, but it will change with the things that your child is learning. All right, that's it for day 5. I will see you in just 1 second for day 6. All right, here we are for the beginning of day 6, which will be Tuesday. So here we are, we have 3 different sound spelling cards. We're gonna start right here with letter N.
Nurse. Norman the nurse sees a gnat by his food. This gnat puts Norman in a really bad mood. When the gnat annoys Norman the nurse, that gnat sounds like this.
So we hear that letter N says Our lips don't come together for letter N. All right, we have another vowel. This will be letter O. It's the short sound of O. Take a look and listen.
Fox. Bob the fox did not do well at all. He jogged to the doctor's office. Say, Mr. Fox.
All right, we heard letter O, the short sound, saying ah, 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 ah. Next is letter P.
Popcorn. Peter Pan liked to popcorn. As it cooked, it made this sound. One day it came for it.
All right, letter P is a quiet sound. It just says p, p, p. Just some soft air sounds. No pa, pa. Just p, p, p. Right? Back over here, we're gonna move to our skills practice book. And when you come to your skills practice book, you're going to be on page 6. And you will see these sets of letters here, N, O, and P, the upper and lowercase versions. When you are working on these letters, I want you to make sure you're in the writing position. So again, that means your bottom is to the back of your chair, legs under your desk, holding hand on your paper, and pencil in your writing hand. When we trace, we want to start at the headline, pull down to the baseline, pick up your pencil, slant down to the baseline, and then this time we're going to go up to the headline. That's a move that we don't often make, but we're going to make it in letter N, uppercase N. For lowercase n, we start at the midline and pull down. We pick up our pencil, that's really important in lowercase n, and then we start just under our starting point, curve up, and pull straight down. For our uppercase O, it's just a big circle. Make sure it's not floating. It needs to be on that baseline. For lowercase o, it's just from the midline to the baseline. Again, don't let it float. For uppercase P, start at the headline, pull down to the baseline, curve around and stop at the midline. And lowercase p, we start at the midline, pull down through the baseline into the basement and stop. And then we'll make a complete circle that grazes that stick. I went through that quickly, but parents, please feel free to stop and pause the video so that your child can hear all the directions for making these letters the first grade way. After they get done tracing each of the letters, please have them practice it on each of the lines. After they make each of the letters, have them put a 1-finger space between each of the letters so that they're spaced out and they can look at them. I would love for them also, after they get done with the letters, to find their best of each of the letters and circle it. That way they're looking and making sure that they have done just the right job on their letters. Super. All right, let's take a look at what we're supposed to do next. All right, let me move over here. Okay, here's our poem for today.
All Aboard by Zachary Goldsmith. Illustrated by Ruth J. Flanagan. All aboard, come on inside. I'm the conductor. Let's go for a ride.
All right, this is a short poem, but I could hear rhyming in that. Remember, rhyming is when two words end with the same sound. So we had this line come on inside. Let's go for a ride. I heard inside and ride end with the same ending sound. So if I have inside and ride, I want you to come up with 2 more words that rhyme with those 2 words. So inside, ride. Can you think of 2 more words that rhyme with inside and ride? Do your best. I know you can. Okay? And that's the end of day 6. This was just a repeat of what we saw before. Make sure you get this skills practice page finished, page 6 in your workbook. That's the end of day 6. I will see you back in just a second for day 7. All right, here we are for day 7, which should be Wednesday of this week. We're going to start with our first letter card here for letter Q.
Quacking duck. Quincy the duck couldn't quite quack like all the other quacking ducks. But he could say,
All right, we hear letter Q makes the qu, qu, qu sound. And if you were in kindergarten here at Orangewood last year, you know that Q always has to stay with U. We did that with the Q and U wedding. They always stay together. So remember that. Q always has to have U right behind it. And together they make the qu, qu sound. Okay? Letter R.
robot. Little Rosie Robot just runs and runs and runs. She races round and round to get her chores all done. Here's how Rosie sounds when she's working.
All right, letter R says not ra, So make sure you're making that correct sound when you think of letter R. Our third card is letter S.
Sausages. Sue and Sammy had a nice place in the city. On Saturday, Sue and Sammy decided to have sausages for supper. Sammy put 7 sausages in a skillet. Soon the smell of sausage.
All right, letter S says very good. Parents, remember your child can always go back into their student portal and listen to these sound spelling cards the whole way through as many times as they would like. We have another pre-decodable for today. It's called I Have. Your child may either read it on their own or listen to it being read to them. So they have one of those 2 choices. You can listen to this as many times as you would like or read it as many times. Just click here and you can go through the book. Okay? And you will see all the pages of that pre-decodable there. Okay? Right here, we have another rhyme stew poem. So take a look and a listen. Be very careful to listen for all the rhymes in this poem.
Mice in the Kitchen by Dante Brazili. Illustrated by Maribel Suarez. When you hear squeaking and crunching, you know we're here, hiding and munching. Hungry mice love crackers and cheese. What's better than cheddar? We'd like more, please. Don't forget, we love a good snack. So we little mice just might be back.
All right. In your student portal, you can listen to this poem again, but when I was listening to it, I heard a couple of rhyming words in there. In this first stanza, I heard here and here. Those are 2 words that are spelled different and have different meanings, but they sound the same. But they still, I would say that they're rhyming. They sound enough alike. Crunching and munching are 2 rhymes. They have different beginning sounds, but they have the same ending sound. So we're calling those rhymes. Crunching, munching. Right here in the second stanza, we have cheese, please. Those are rhyming words. Cheese, please. And in the third stanza, we have snack, back. Snack, back. Those are rhyming words because they end with the same sounds. I would like you to make a list of 2 more sets of rhyming words. So 2 words over here that are rhymes, 2 words over here that are rhymes. They don't have to be from the poem. They can be your own words that you think of. Okay? All right. Then on your own, you can go here to Let's Pretend from the Rhyme Stew book in your student portal and access that. Listen again for any more rhymes that you can come up with and make a list of those on your own. Finally, we're going to go to our skills practice book. This is page 7 in your workbook. Make sure when you're getting your pencil out that it goes in your writing hand. Make sure that you're in the writing position with your bottom to the back of your chair, legs under your desk, holding hand on your paper. So we're going to start off with uppercase Q. We just had practiced uppercase O, so that's pretty simple. We start off with a circle first. So I'm in my writing position, so I start off with my circle. And then I've got this little kickstand. Make sure your circle part is not floating. For my Q, I start off with my circle from my midline to my baseline. Then I'm going to pull down my stick from my midline, grazing that circle, pull it all the way through the baseline into the basement and hook it out. For my uppercase R, I start at the headline, pull straight down to the baseline. Then I go back to my headline and I curve around to the midline and stop. I pick up my pencil and I do a big kickstand down. For my lowercase r, I start at the midline, pull down to the baseline, pick up my pencil, and I just hook it around. For my uppercase S, I start, this one can be tricky, so make sure you're listening carefully. I'm going to start just below the headline, curve around, curve it down, touch the baseline, and up. That one might need to be practiced a few times before you try it on your own to make sure you're going the right direction. For lowercase s, it's exactly the same but smaller. Start just below the midline, curve it up and around, down and up. All right? After you have practiced each one of those by tracing, I want you to finish the row on your own. Make sure you're putting a 1-finger space between each of your letters. And make sure you're in that writing position so you are comfortably writing and can make your letters as good as you can. Also, after you finish each one of your rows, I want you to be an investigator and look for your best uppercase Q, lowercase q, uppercase r, uppercase s, and lowercase s, and circle the best of each row. Okay? Good job today. Great job. I will see you back for day 8. Thank you. Okay, here we are for day 8, which is Thursday of this week. And we're going to start off with our sound spelling card, T.
Timer. When Tom Tuttle cooks, he uses his timer. Tom Tuttle's timer ticks like this. Tonight,
All right, so letter T says t, t, t. Thank you for not saying ta, 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 because that would be adding another letter in there. So it's just t, t, t. Great job. Our next sound spelling card is for lowercase u, for short u. So it's just going to make the sound that short u makes.
Tug. Tubby the tugboat can have her help and push and pull to move its step. That's the sound.
Very good. So we heard that short u says Think of somebody pushing your tummy in and you're saying Our last spelling card is for letter V.
Vacuum. Minnie the vacuum is cleaning again. Before visitors visit, he always begins. This is the sound of his very loud voice.
All right, so letter V is just the sound. Very good. Parents, remember your child can go back and take a look and a listen to the complete sound spelling card video. Okay, we're going to move over here. to the skills practice book. Okay, for letters T, U, and V. Your child will be on page 8, so make sure they're there. Make sure they have a pencil in their hand. We're going to start off with uppercase T. So for uppercase T, we start at the headline. We pull straight down to the baseline. Pick up your pencil, move across the headline to finish off uppercase T. For lowercase t, we're going to trace it first. Start at the headline, pull straight down to the baseline, pick up your pencil, and move across the midline. For uppercase U, we're going to start at the headline, curve down around, touch that baseline, and pull straight back up to the headline and stop. For lowercase u, it's a little different. Start at the midline, curve down, touch the baseline, go back to the midline and stop. Then we're going to pick up our pencil. If we don't, we sometimes make a little loop in there, and that's not what we want. We want to keep baby U from falling over. So we take our pencil, put it back there, and just make a straight stick down. That will keep baby U from tipping over. For uppercase V, we start at the headline. We are going to slant down to the baseline, then slant up to the headline. And finally, for lowercase v, it's the same, but smaller. Slant down to the baseline, slant up to the midline. After you have traced each of these letters, I want you to try it on your own, leaving a 1-finger space between each of your letters. Then I want you to go back and find your best of each letter and circle it so you can be an investigator and a teacher finding your best letter. Okay? Great job on that. Let's take a look at the rest of today. Okay? Okay, right here we have a poem. Take a look and listen.
Winter is Here by Maggie Smith Wheeler, illustrated by Dave Kerwin. Winter is here and the branches are bare. See the ice on the streets? Feel the chill in the air? Bundle up quick, there's a sled we can share. Zip up your coat and get ready to go. Soon we'll whoosh down the hill into white drifts below. We have igloos to build and snowballs to throw. Winter is here, let's go play in the snow.
Okay, in this first stanza, I heard a few words that rhyme. I heard bear, air, and I heard one more word that rhymed. What I want you to do is figure out what that third word that was that rhymed with bear and air. What is it? Can you figure it out? In this bottom stanza, I heard go, below, throw, and there was one more word that rhymed. Can you figure it out? I think you can. Let your mom or dad know what it is. Go, below, throw, and one more. Tell them what it is. Good job. Right? We also have this rhyme. I'm going to let you do that one on your own. And we just practiced our skills practice page here, page 8. Great job on day 8. Remember, parents, your student has, or your child has access to all of these in their student portal, so you can go back at any time. You can also pause our video and slow it down, because I know that this is sometimes kind of quick, but you can slow it down, pause it, and repeat it at any time to see this a little bit slower. Thanks so much. Great week. We will see you back here next time. Bye.